Now here's Chris on Pinko with the events that led up to today's field coverage.
Gang violence, jumpings, beatings, stabbings, sexual harassment, and assault. It may sound like I'm talking about the scene at a prison, but sadly, these are the experiences that were shared by FB Leon Guerrero Middle School students at the second legislative hearing that was held on bullying.
The legislature is packed with concerned students, parents, teachers, and school officials who all come together to address the serious issue of school bullying. While bullying schools is nothing new, recent events have brought the issue to a head, where it's now here at the legislature where they're trying to find a solution.
The hearing was meant to focus on bullying in all of Guam schools, but it was the glaring problems and issues with FB Leon Guerrero Middle School that dominated most of the meeting. Roughly 20 FBLG middle school students were called upon to speak at the hearing, many of them overwhelmed by the constant feeling of fear and uncertainty that each new day of bullying brings. Surprisingly, the bullying wasn't just limited to the students' peers. There were also numerous complaints of inappropriate punishment and bullying by the school's administration as well.
The bullying doesn't only apply to the kids, it's administration bullying. And I've had the inside scoop speaking with certain staff and faculty there that it's a deeper issue. There's intimidation tactics from the staff to the faculty and to the students. It's a growing problem there. As soon as this new administration stepped in, this all just blew out of proportion. It just blew up. It's like a volcano that was waiting to erupt.
Our school doesn't feel safe. Like from what happened to me, I got harassed. I see in other students too, they get harassed, but they're scared to tell because they're scared to get beat up.
Maybe just as shocking as the incidences of sexual harassment and assault were the way in which the school's administration had dealt with them. A number of these incidents were brought up at the hearing, but FBLG school officials never notified the Guam Police Department of the incidents as they are required to by law. It was well after 11:30 p.m. when FBLG principal Ulrich Mark was called to speak on the inconsistencies and complaints pertaining to the school that he oversees.
There are always two sides to a story. And so what you heard here right now is one side from, there's over 1,200 students at the school, and we've heard from about 10 or whatever. So just remember that there's all it takes is one student. Okay.
Mark was also questioned regarding his militant punishment of the students. Students were frequently made to do push-ups as a punishment for infractions as minor as an untucked undershirt. Out of roughly 20 students who spoke about FBLG Middle School, only one of them had something positive to say. But she later approached us to let us know that her positive comments were not voluntary.
Yes, these are just regular students who have seen or have felt things that have been through bullying or harassment or stuff like that. Mr. Mark asked me if I could say some positive things and just say a couple of nice things about our school.
After a long and emotional meeting last night on bullying that ended with the legislature demanding immediate improvements, now in the morning after, the seeds of change have already began to take root. Principal Erica Cruz of Jose Rios Middle School has been transferred to FB Leon Guerrero with the hopes that maybe she can take with her some of the positive changes she implemented here at Jose Rios.